It's like actually our chill Sunday. And this morning I didn't want to go like sleep another second, okay, without giving you guys the ability to ask me some questions about how to search and apply for grants. And also, there's some new grants out here on the block, honey, that I don't want you guys to miss out on the chance of potentially winning the working capital you deserve. Okay, so hey, top of the morning. It's early in the morning for me, okay, because it's Sunday. But we gonna get to it, okay? Because there's never a great time or a bad time to talk about business and to do business, okay? So I know I'm informal. I don't have my superior solution shirt on and all that good stuff, but it's a-okay because I feel like being authentic and being original with you guys is what you like the most about me, is the simple fact that I could just be myself, right? All right, so this morning, I wanted to bring you guys some new grants that you can apply to. And then also, I wanted to give you some time to come in. And that way you can ask me any questions on how to search and apply for grants. Yesterday, you got the ability to actually see me. And if you haven't been able to see that video, go check my last live stream out from yesterday, which is June 1st, where I was actually doing a full class, a 1-hour class live on YouTube, where I was teaching you guys how to search and apply for grants, giving you so many amazing different links and different places that you can go to search and apply for grants. So let me go over just the generic stuff, about grants. You guys know I have to go over this, and then I'll get to the Q&A, okay? Because you guys have some amazing questions that I feel like everybody should know. Maybe they didn't even think about asking the question that you have regarding how to search and apply for grants, okay? Remember, grants is free money that we don't have to pay for. We don't have to pay back, right? It's free money, no credit checks, no personal information needed, no date of birth for social, no bank statements, no tax and return information. We know this. If you actually Google the definition of what a small business grant is, let's actually Google it together, shall we? I love Googling things together, friend, because then that shows you proof that I know what I'm talking about out here in these streets, okay? So what is a small business grant? Okay? Make sure you can see that. If we actually Google what a small business grant is, okay, so it usually pulls up bigger here, but if I can go directly here, it says business grants for individuals and businesses are available. That's what this one says. Where's the actual definition? What is a small business grant? The actual definition usually, oh, here it goes. There we go. Got to put the question mark on there. All right, so it says a small business grant is an award, usually financial, given by one entity and typically a company. So a company could be like Walmart, Amazon, Google, places like that. A foundation. So a foundation is like Hello Skip, Hello Alice, the SBA, Minority Business Development Agency, that's a foundation. And then the government. So then you have like the presidential administration, like the Biden administration. Or you might have the U.S. Treasury that gives out small business funding. We saw that with the pandemic PPP stuff. And so it's given by one entity, one of these places, to a company, which is you, to facilitate a goal. So either a goal could be starting a business, scaling your business, or to incentivize performance. So incentivizing for performance would be like, scaling your business, using this grant to scale your business. This is the actual definition of what a small business grant is, okay? So I wanted you all to go over that definition first so I can break it down for you and give you the more simplified, okay? Free money we don't got to pay back, friend. We love talking about OPM. Actually, pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, OPM was an acronym that was thrown all around social media that allowed, especially the culture, to, adapt to that idea of using other people's money, OPM. Grants is truly other people's money. Let me explain to you. When we're talking about OPM, when they say OPM, they're usually talking about loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. But let's dive deeper into that. With loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, babe, you got to pay it back. That's why those are more guaranteed opportunities, because you pay it back. If you ask me for $10,000, of course I'll lend you $10,000 if I give you paperwork that says you sign a contract that says you have to pay me back $16,000. Of course. right? So that's why those opportunities are guaranteed. Now, grants, everybody, I do get this question a lot. What is the catch to grants, right? What is the catch to small business grants? The catch to it is that it is no 100% guaranteed. You could spend hours on an application, submit the application, and you don't get approved, but it's still worth your time. The reasons for why is because you don't have to pay it back. You're not losing out on anything. When you apply for a loan, line of credit, and a credit card, you're putting your name, date of birth, address, social, submitting how much you make every month, and all of that good personal information that you are giving to the bank that's not even going to give you the money. It's statistically proven right now through all of the media outlets, from Wall Street Journal to CNBC to all of these places, that banks are not giving out money like that, especially to small business owners, because of what's going on in the commercial real estate space. In addition to that, a lot of these banks are going through like so many different class action lawsuits because of cyber breaches and scams and fraudulent activities that they've been doing, like Wells Fargo. Do not allow to continue to be programmed to believe that you have to get those loans, lines of credit, and credit cards when you could go for free money opportunity that the government and also other foundations, nonprofit organizations is giving you a chance at getting. You just have to believe in your idea. You just have to believe in your service or product, and that we actually need your service and product, and that we actually want to shop. Summer 2024 is actually the best time for you to be able to put your service and product out there. But if you keep sleeping on yourself, you'll never be able to experience what that true financial freedom looks like, and also the the satisfaction of actually developing a company and seeing it flourish. Like it's like planting. Right? Like when you plant a seed in the ground and you water it and it gets all the nourishment it needs, and then eventually you see that rose grow through the concrete. It's so satisfying, right? That's exactly how like the whole business development process works. And I'm letting you know right now that you are just at the beginning. It gets deeper and it gets more challenging as the years go by. So if you can't even get through the first part and get over your own self and commit to your business funding journey and just go for these opportunities that you have to believe that you can get, then you're not showing commitment to your business, right? I'm just saying that. So we know what a business grant is, okay? A grant is free money you don't have to pay back. Now there's 4 ways you can get a grant. One way is through a pitch competition. So you guys saw like Shark Tank. Shark Tank is, it has like Dame Dash and Mark Cuban and all those amazing people. That's when you see people come up there and they talk about their business. They pitch their business. They talk about how much income they've made, things like that. That is a pitch competition. Yes, there are grants out here that you can do that. Another way is through a random raffle or drawing. So the random raffle or drawing is the random raffle or drawing is like, you put in the application, then usually like 30 days after that, they just pick somebody, right? But you have to still apply, okay? You still have to apply in order for you to be in that random raffle. The third way is through a actual judgment. This is when they're looking at the answers on all of the applications, and they're choosing the best candidate out of all of the applicants. And last but not least, a first come, first serve opportunity. And we like those opportunities. Those are government grants. And for government grants, which is where I dove deeper, I was diving deeper yesterday on my class about government grants and the levels of grants. Remember, with government grants, you got to be well established. They're looking for 2-year-old businesses or better. You got to have your business taxes together, but those are more qualified, guaranteed grant opportunities. So if you need guaranteed money right now, have your business stuff in a row. Some of y'all are questioning, well, what do I have to have in a row? Your business foundations. It's too much information out on the internet for you to not know in chronological order what you're supposed to have as just basic business foundations. In that video, I also gave you 3 extra hacks on how to increase your chances of approvals with grants, and also how to best prepare yourself for grant opportunities as well. I'll tell it to you right here. You need to have your business plan, you need to have a pitch deck, and you need to have what's called a letter of intent. A letter of intent is simply a 2-paragraph letter that says, we are requesting this amount, and we intend to use this information or use this money X amount or however long, right? So you need to have those three things to be prepared for government grant opportunities, which is more qualified, high ticket, more guaranteed first come, first serve opportunities. But you got to have yourself in a row. For the people who have limiting beliefs, and for the people who don't believe in grants and who have been applying for grants but have not been actually seriously committed to their business funding journey or their grant writing journey, you usually hear them say this: grants are not real, grants are a scam, I've never got approved for a grant, I don't even know anybody that ever got approved for a grant. They usually say things within those four things that I just said. And the reasons for why is because they're not diving deeper into the grant. They're applying for these Hello Skip grants that I'm always talking about, and that's it. They're not, signing themselves up, getting their UEI number. They're not doing things like going to grants.gov. They're not looking for other opportunities. They're not even doing pitch competitions. For a person who is doing pitch competitions, for a person who is putting all of their efforts into applying for grants, applying for different opportunities in their local area and nationwide, that's someone who is committed to their grant writing journey. That person who is willing to stand up and speak and represent their business, whether or not they get that free money opportunity or not, is someone who is truly committed to the grant writing or grant development journey. You know what I mean? So you got to ask yourself, how committed are you to it? Also, in the video yesterday, I talked about how you can click that little hyperlink, the terms and conditions, and it'll give you additional information regarding that grant opportunity, like how to increase your chances of approvals. You can simply increase your chances of approvals with a grant opportunity by clicking on that hyperlink, terms and conditions, and learning more about what that grant is specifically looking for or who they are targeting, right? So I went over yesterday in my live stream what's called the Grant Scoreboard. All right, so definitely watch that live stream from yesterday because I dive deeper into what that is and how you can actually access that. It's levels to this. If you are a startup and you do not have an LLC or an EIN, yes, there are definitely grants available for you. I advise that you start with grants like through Hello Skip. Hello Skip is a federally certified nonprofit organization that I advise all startups and brand new entrepreneurs to join. It is a free platform that has well over 20 grants revolving every month that you can apply to as a startup entrepreneur, as long as you are in the United States, okay? Now, with Hello Skip, remember I said it's free, all right? But they are a nonprofit organization that helps small business and specifically startups, really, especially startups. They help us get the funding and working capital we need to scale. So visit helloskip.com, sign up, use my invite code Superior Shelby, that's Shelby with an IE at the end, and sign yourself up and apply for those grants and get used to applying for grants and apply for one grant a day. I always say this, one grant a day will keep the business debts away. It's true. If you apply for one grant a day within a year, that's 365 grants. Out of 365 grants that you apply to, you at least gonna get 100 of them. And maybe 100 of those opportunities will all be $10,000 opportunities. $10,000 times 100, there you go right there, friend, you doing big things. But you have to give yourself the chance. And how you give yourself the chance is by simply applying. If you don't have the time, this is why you hire people like myself, grant writers who've been doing this for well over 5 years. I've been doing this for 8, right? So if you guys want to have a one-on-one consultation with me to reassure yourself, to make sure you are best prepared for these grant opportunities that you're going to apply to, or you simply want to know how to hire me and my team, or just to make sure that you are in the best space for these grants, click the link in the description and go ahead and book a one-on-one consultation with me, okay? Also, if you are located in the Atlanta, Georgia area, I was thinking about having like just a simple, maybe like a little $30 class, $50 class or something like that, where you guys can just come to the office in Atlanta and we actually talk about business foundations. We talk about the different funding opportunities that goes for loans, lines of credit and credit cards, grants, and the different types of grants. And in this class, I really want to make sure that you all are best prepared for these all funding opportunities before you actually leave. So if you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, definitely let me know, okay? Comment on this video or shoot me a DM on Instagram and say, hey, if you're gonna come to Atlanta, let's do it. I'm gonna put a poll on my community post. If you are new to YouTube, YouTube has a specific part that's called the community post. You have to go on the actual channel itself or, just kind of scroll through. But I'll make a poll there. And if you guys would like for me to come to Atlanta and teach you and make sure you are in perfect position for all funding opportunities, including like government contract opportunities too, then let me know, okay? But ultimately, I believe that us having a one-on-one consultation will allow you to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, Shelby, I don't have my things in a row. What do I need to have together? And also, how do I execute this? See, a lot of you all know exactly what you need to do and the credentials you need to have to develop your company, but you're simply not executing. That's okay, friend, because you need somebody to hold your hand and to grab you and to take you through it. I get it, because I was one of those people. We can know so much information, but when it comes down to executing, we might be like, Bambi. Our legs get a little shaken. We get a little stiff. Because we are afraid that the step that we are making may not be the right step, when really there's no right or wrong step in this business world, babe. It's all about what reality you want to create. There's no right or wrong step. Okay. All right, so we got some questions in here. I'm going to go ahead and open the floor up for some questions, and then I'm not going to take too much of you guys' time because it's the Lord's Day, so I didn't want to be on here for a whole hour. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Absolutely miss you. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Over 6 figures. Thank you so much, Shelby. You're welcome, Malcolm. Hello, what about getting government contracts? How should you prepare? Hey, Miss Verner. So to best prepare yourself for government contracts, just make sure you are ready to go ahead and provide as much documentation as needed. But government contracts is not a hard thing at all. It's not challenging. Visit sam.gov, excuse me. That's sam.gov, and sign yourself up, right? It's free to register. You have to get different codes. You have like a cage code, the UEI number, things like that. You'll be able to get all of that, excuse me, through your workspace. If you need additional help, sam.gov has federally certified agents that you can actually reach out to. There's like a little chat bubble, and you can reach out to them, or you can call them. They will walk you through the entire platform and make sure you comprehend the steps that you are taking. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. sam.gov, sam.gov. All right. Any other questions regarding like small business grants, how to best prepare yourself, how to develop your business, what marketing strategies you guys can take over and stuff? And there's been so many great opportunities lately. I've been thinking about my content and just thinking about being more creative with my content. The ideas that I have in my head, and I'm being completely vulnerable with you guys. I like being fully transparent. I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years, so I'm almost going on a decade. And one thing I can say is that I've always had like a creative mind. So I have these creative ideas that I've been actually kind of slow on executing because I've been, in my own way, right? Telling myself, oh, well, I don't know if I want to do that because I don't know if I, have the physique or the body for that, or if I don't, and just putting myself through so many doubts when I'm actually a beautiful Black woman. Okay, so I don't know why I put myself through so much. But it's a natural human thing. When you're getting into something new, and when you're about to do something new, even in business, you could have been doing your same business industry. It could be plumbing. You could be doing plumbing for this same way for all these years and decades. But when this new technology comes out and you have to use it to increase your business, right? To enhance your business and to make things better, sometimes it can be a little bit scary, and you can be a little bit hesitant about using these new tools, right? Or about executing on new ideas, because you don't want to mess up what already works, right? It's having that mindset of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm here to tell you that those creative ideas are truly in spirit, or sometimes it could be God just giving you the idea, like saying, hey, go do this. Because if you do this, it's outside of your comfort zone, right? And just by it being outside of your comfort zone, maybe this is that challenge that I need for you to get up and act on and execute on. So when you challenge yourself and it actually works out, you'll feel so fulfilled. You'll be so satisfied. And then when it actually works out, you'll be like, wow, I have a whole new business model. I have a whole new execution style. I have a whole new way of doing things, right? So I totally understand what that is. The creative ideas I have in my mind are like, I don't know if my viewers are even ready for this type of style of content. It gives, you know, smart girl, it gives beautiful, sexy woman, it's so many different amazing ideas that I fantasize about that I know that I have the ability to actually execute on. So I'm going to challenge myself, okay? I'm going to challenge myself to actually execute on that content and actually put it out. And I'm hoping that you challenge yourself to actually execute on searching and applying for grants by using the Hello Skip platform, right? And just actually getting in the groove of your business funding journey, okay? So click the link in the description so that way you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. Remember, Atlanta, I'll be there. So check the polls. I'm going to put the polls out. I have a poll out on my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at superior.shelby, or you can go to the community post I'm about to drop and you can go ahead and do the poll there, okay? But I'm not going to keep you guys for too long. I'm happy that you joined me for this live Q&A here this Sunday. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I'll speak to you next week, okay? New grant video coming out where we're going to talk about some new grants that you can apply to in the month of June. Make sure you turn on push notifications so you don't miss it, and subscribe to my channel and share this video, okay? Peace and blessings, and have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye.